Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Traveling in Radio Scanners for Traveling with Tommy Cam. I'm your host, Tommy Cam, here to ask you guys to please hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell so you guys will not miss out on the next couple of weeks where we are going to be talking about a very interesting thing. So, um, so the future on my channel. This is the future, okay? So the future on my channel. If I get over 1,000 views, I would love that. And if you guys could help me out, that would be perfect. I want you guys to go tell your friends. Tell anybody that whoever has a Facebook page to like my face, to follow my Facebook page, and if you guys follow it, I would generally appreciate it. So also, if you guys ever use, like, for instance, like several more like different obstacles, like on your cruise or during like your regular vacation, I have a couple of tips. So like number one is using multi-factor. Like when you guys go out of a port, you guys don't think of like on one cruise that my family members went to. They went on a Panama Canal cruise, and they had to fill out visas. They had to fill out stuff like that to just get inside the port, which I thought which was so crazy and so ridiculous. Plus, like, then after that, like, once they started going out of the port, this is the part that, this is the port that I think, which is really interesting. It's like also like number one, I know each port and stuff all use like different stuff and different atmospheres, and at the port that I went to, the port of New Orleans, I thought that port was something else because their cargo was like on one side, and that's a really nice thing. The cargo was on one side, and on the other side was like the cruise ships. Like, for instance, they have 4 different cruise companies that go out. Number 1 is American Cruise Line. Number 2 is Carnival Cruise Line. Number 3 is what I liked. What I liked about the Carnival, the Carnival Valor, and I'm just keeping the negative out, because if you guys talk about the negative, that gives out some negative feedback. I'm just trying to keep a positive feedback on my channel. So, once we get on our ship, there was, like, for instance, like 2 different radio vectors, which I thought, which was really kind of nice. Which, like number one, Like number one, the first radio scanner frequency that I wish I took was like my Home Patrol 2. Because my Home Patrol 2 would pick up the P25 system. It would pick up many different stuff. But I understand most courts do not like you to bring a radio scanner with you. Plus, like, also, like number one, if you guys use, like, for instance, like different radio stuff, like all around the cruise port, which is really nice. You guys can also use like several different areas, which is so very nice, like at a single part about the entire cruise that I thought, which was really nice. I liked how they got a Carnival. They used the Carnival Hub app, which I know a lot of people, which is kind of not liking the Carnival Hub app because they're kind of giving like a non-oriented schedule. They're thinking that, hey, it's going to be sunny, it's going to be hot, which luckily or not, it was hot like while we were in Cozumel, which I thought which was really nice. It's like a couple of days, like while we were there in New Orleans, they thought, for instance, like 3 different radio stuff, which I thought, which was really kind of interesting, which I thought, which was kind of odd and a little bit unusual, was also plus like also they got, for instance, which I think this is really neat on Carnival Cruise Lines. Like on some Carnival cruises, you guys can use, like, for instance, your room key is like your key. It's called a sail and sign card, which most ships called a cruise card. On Disney ships, it's called a key to the world card. Number three is if you guys are going like on a Carnival cruise line would, which we already talked about, is the sail and sign card. If you guys go on Royal Caribbean, that's called a Sea Pass on any of the Royal Caribbean groups. Cunard, Holland America are both called cruise cards. Some cruise lines, like for instance, like Princess and Virgin Voyages, they both use like a wristband. They use something like this, like my Apple Watch, which sometimes your Apple Watch can change into, like, for instance, a key card. If you guys download the Hilton Honors on your on this right here. And if you guys use, like, for instance, like different vectors, like for instance, like several different areas. Cause like also look around, like for instance, like checking out like so very much more like different areas each Carnival cruise has, which I think, which is so very nice. This is the part that I like about the Carnival cruises. Their melting cake. Some cruise ships, the melting cake wasn't that good. Some cruise lines take their own vector on desserts. Like I know that Royal Caribbean does their own royal cheesecake. Norwegian does like a rainbow bliss cheesecake, which is also like for instance like a couple of other stuff which I think which is really kind of nice. They 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 also got several more like different areas which I think which is really nice. And just to show you guys, this is what my room's going to be looking like from now on. And I gotta tell you guys something. I have had me, with the future on my videos, these videos are going to be getting interesting because I made a couple of emails out to a couple of cruise lines and a couple like for instance like different places I'm going to be going to, like the French Scenic Railroad, the Louisville Zoo. The Louisville Zoo person's going to be looking at my YouTube channel, which I felt really excited about. So like also if you guys like also my YouTube video, please make sure you guys like this video and give it a big thumbs up. This is the final video of my series of going to my Daddy Joe's house. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please give it a big thumbs up and thank you.